I apologize and I'm really sorry to tell you this, but grapes will not save your life. Put yourself in the identity of your goal. If you get into the identity of the athlete, you will have the consistency to run that marathon. It's a new year. Did you hide under the table and eat 12 grapes again? You know what? I always wanted to do the same thing and finally have all my wishes come true. But since I am a party girl, between music and dancing and all the friends surrounding me, I always forget to do it. Anyway, this year I had a more calm New Year Eve. You know what? I ignored the fact that I need 12 grapes to realize my dreams. I apologize and I'm really sorry to tell you this, but grapes will not save your life. We all have this urge to magically change at the beginning of the new year. New year, new me, new year, new resolutions, new year, new goals and lists and whatever. But how many of you actually reached 50% of that list? The majority of people that fulfill the list by December are the ones that have realistic goals, achievable goals. They require hard working and efforts, but still realistic goals. Though it's not enough. If you want to achieve those goals by the end of December, you need to create a system for it. Let me tell you how I did it in 2025 and it kind of worked, except for the matters that are totally out of my hands, like the Turkish job market. We can talk about it later. I prefer to set up goals along quarters and organize my year accordingly. I actually used to apply the same system at my work for years now as a marketing professional, and it was working, and I was like, why not do the same thing in my life as well? This system will allow you to have a feeling of success and satisfaction every once in a while along the year. The first step is the most important step in your system. You need to create a chronological roadmap that will define the priority and the timeline of your goals. Let's say one of your goals is to order a Tesla by the end of the second quarter. Suddenly, you will start seeing it everywhere. You will start hearing people talking about it. It's not because it's a hot topic or it suddenly became a popular thing to own a Tesla, but it's exactly how the human brain system works. That's why it's actually very important to write down and look at your goals from time to time. Please don't make the mistake of writing goals and forget about them. Unless you're 100% relying on grapes, I have nothing to say. You can check the progress every other week. I don't want to pressure you. Meanwhile, I don't want your goals to become just wishes. For me, it's my way to remind my subconscious of the things I want to achieve. It will not take more than 2 minutes from you. We said your number one mission is to set up your system to achieve your quarter milestones. Writing your goals is important, of course, but there is another important thing that I want you to always remember. Ask yourself why. Why I want to achieve that thing. Why do I need to start yoga classes? Why do I need to learn that language? Why do I need to change my job? Because that will give you the consistency and the courage to actually take action. Listen to me. Don't make radical changes. Instead, work on your habits. Short term goals are your key because they make you motivated. On the first quarter, choose to start with the most achievable goals. They will give you pleasure and keep you motivated to continue to the second quarter. And as I always say, baby steps, dear. Always starts with baby steps. When you are over aiming, you predict yourself too far and you try to achieve things that are kind of way bigger than you for now. You simply grant yourself failure and frustration. That would bring us to disappointments trauma again. and fear of failure. And that will absolutely stop you from working on the next quarter because you're already dismotivated and you have no energy left. It was all drained by the disappointment. The third step of this system is put yourself in the identity of your goal. If you get into the identity of the athlete, you will have the consistency to run that marathon. For example, when I identify myself as a traveler, I checked out of my list a very important milestone for me, and I traveled to 4 countries that I've never visited before last year. When I get into the identity of the dancer, I go every week to my dancing class like a good student. I never miss a class unless I'm out of the country. I never allow myself to have any excuses to skip that class. And I still continue this year, and I'm very happy and satisfied. And I really see the progress that I made since the first class, the first session, up till today. And it's a huge progress. If you see me on the first day, you will definitely laugh at me. Shaping to the identity sends signals to your brain that that's who you are. So when your brain sees that, this is their personality, it's their identity, so we have to work on it. And that's how you keep going. I myself have a long list for this year. I would want to share some of it first, and the most important one for me this year is to keep this podcast going, and it's my main milestone along the 4 quarters. And of course, like last year, I would want to visit at least 4 new countries. I'm not counting the ones that I'm in love with, and I always visit at least once a year. But I would love to have new 4 countries to discover. I would want to have at least one extreme adventure. A few years ago, I did skydiving and it was really amazing, and I would want to try something similar this year as well. One of the other goals is related to my curiosity towards languages, so I would want to reach C1 level in Spanish, and the other ones I would prefer to keep them to myself for now. Maybe we can talk about them in the upcoming episodes. I created my plan and system for this year. Strasandi bibim.